What is good, everyone? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to the PE Nintendo Switch and Gaming News video. Today, we have some awesome information for you, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So, Rumbo Pocket is releasing on June 20th in North America and in Europe. 13 AM Games is also teasing a brand new Nintendo Switch project. So this is a portion of 13 AM Games blog posts which Nintendo Life was given early access to. I'm so glad that we can finally announce the release date for Rumbo Pocket. It has been a long time coming. It is almost exactly 1 year ago that I got up on stream at E3 with Jeff Keighley and Damon Baker and announced Rumbo Deluxe and Rumbo Pocket Deluxe. We've been receiving requests for a release date for Rumbo Pocket almost every day since then, and we at 13AA Games are truly apologetic and sympathetic for the long delay in getting this game into your hands. We don't like delaying games. Rumbo Pocket will be released on June 20th in North America and Europe. Also coming soon, I'm happy to announce the Rumbo Vinyl Soundtrack Double LP will be reviving in people's hands starting on June 20th. Discs are pressed and will be sent out to those who pre-order. You can also order a disc for yourself from I Am 8-Bit's website. It features a stylish new cover from Mario Grassotti and both volumes 1 and 2 soundtracks from Rumbo and Rumbo Satura's Space Adventure. And I've got one last announcement for 13AA Games fans everywhere. The team here are hard at work at their next project. A brand new IP for a totally new game coming to Nintendo Switch. We can't share many details yet, but we can assure you that it's quite a different game from Rumbo, but still distinctly 13AM. It's an action game, it's single player, and it's a bit weird. Good weird though. We look forward to sharing more details with you soon. All great information here. Really happy for those who've been waiting for Rumbo. I know this has like a cult hit type of following for a lot of people out there. The type of multiplayer that they did on the Wii U was really interesting. How you're kind of like moving around and you're kind of fighting each other all at the same time. Rumbo is a very unique title, and I'm glad they're able to get the Rumbo Pocket for the Nintendo 3DS. People have been waiting for that for a while now, but 1 year isn't too bad. But hey, it is what it is there. But I'm more interested in their brand new Nintendo Switch game. It's going to be single player, action title, and it's going to be weird, but a good weird. So this definitely fits more in my realm than what Rumbo was trying to do. Rumbo looks great. I think the art style is really cool, but I'm interested to see how they can take the Switch from an indie developer standpoint and make something unique on the system, because that's what the Switch is all about. Unique play styles, being able to play anywhere you want. And I think 13AM Games has the talent to make a truly unique title that will stand out among indie titles on the Nintendo Switch. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. Ironcast prepares to engage in battle on the Nintendo Switch. So we have a brand new announcement from Ripstone Games. It's going to get into the press release here. Ironcast is a turn-based strategy game set in the alternative Victorian history, where refined men and women command gigantic mechanized war machines, laying waste to enemies of the British Empire. As commanders of the Quaternium of Merit, players take control of their own 7 metre tall walking Ironcast to defend 1880s Victorian England from an invading force of enemy Ironcast. Battles are fought by generating resource nodes, which in turn drive the Ironcast's various weapons and systems. Players must choose how to spend these nodes, either offensively to cripple and destroy opponents, or defensively, if they suspect a barrage of incoming weapon fire is due. The roguelike style of Ironcast enforces that death is permanent, but rewards are persistent, and no two campaigns are the same. With randomly generated missions, over 50 unlockable items, and the potential for rare enemy loot drops, commanders will face a new crusade with every playthrough. With 4 ways to play, Ironcast fully utilizes the array of intuitive playing options on the Nintendo Switch. You can play on the big screen with the console docked, in tabletop mode with the Pro Controller, and on the go in handheld mode using either Joy-Con controllers by taking advantage of the full touchscreen functionality with added HD Rumble support. Taking down the enemy has never felt so good. Be a hero, join the fight, save the country. So Ripstone Games, if you don't know who they are, they're an indie developer, and they developed Pure Chess and Knit Underground on the Wii U. So they have a lot of experience working with Nintendo systems in the past, and they're looking to bring out their next new game here. Not necessarily sure how this one's going to turn out. Seems like it could be a lot of fun for those who are into these type of games, and this is just a pre-E3. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of other titles that are announced for the Nintendo Switch just because of how well the system has been selling. So expect some bigger titles, expect a lot of indie titles and expect, of course, major Nintendo first-party titles to get a lot of reveals in the next few weeks, guys, leading up into E3. Alright, and moving on to the last article here. Results for Pokemon Co.'s most recent fiscal year is 26 times higher than the previous year. So Pokemon Co. net profit reached US $143.3 million in the fiscal year that ended February 28th, 2017. Using the previous fiscal year as an example, net profit jumped by a factor of 26 times. The last 5 fiscal year results can be seen below. So we have 15th fiscal year, US $16.6 million, 16th fiscal year, US $10.6 million, 17th fiscal year, US $18.4 million, 18th fiscal year, US $5.6 million, and 19th fiscal year, US $143.3 million. We obviously know where all of this money came from, and that is Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go really jumped up net profits, really jumped up the business for the Pokemon Company, and I don't really think it's going to slow down too much leading into the next fiscal year because the Pokemon Company has a lot of stuff planned. We obviously heard about the whole Pokemon Stars. There's been the rumors about that, and I think with this amount of money that was coming in and the fact that the Nintendo Switch is such a hot selling system, we saw what Monster Hunter did for just the value of both companies. I think Capcom and Nintendo are both going to be more valuable just because of the Monster Hunter announcement. Well, imagine Pokemon at this point. I think there's going to be a Pokemon announcement, and yes, that is going to cause the stocks and the money and all that stuff to go up. What I'm more interested in is the actual titles, is the games. Business is one thing. Yes, they need money to operate, but it's cool to discuss the possibilities of what's going down. Now, there's been some people talking about, well, the look into what Monster Hunter on the Nintendo Switch will look like can give us an insight on what Pokemon will look like on the Nintendo Switch as far as a 3DS game to Nintendo Switch. But I don't think those two art styles are really enough to really make a comparison, right? Because all Monster Hunter did seems like it just cleared up the resolution of the game, added a few details here and there. Pokemon has a completely different art style to where you might not have to make the same changes or can necessarily look better based on what shaders they're using, the type of technology. So yes, they're both 3DS games and you can compare them in that way, but I don't think it's going to be an accurate representation or we can really see anything just because the style, the engines, the graphics, the capabilities, what they're doing in each of those games is completely different. So if we do get a Pokemon Stars on the Nintendo Switch, which I do think is happening, I don't really think Monster Hunter is really going to be any indication of how it's going to look on the Nintendo Switch. They can take it a little step further. It can be something completely different from that. It can be a complete remake. It can have a lot better graphics. Who knows? The first rumors that came out was about Splatoon 2, that it was going to be a port of the game, but it actually ended up being a sequel. And as you can see, the graphics are starting to get better and better, even though the art style is very simplistic. So it's one of those things to where I do think there's going to be a Pokemon game, and I feel that it's going to be revealed sometime this year. I'm not making the connection between the Monster Hunter and the 3DS to see how this one's going to look. I think it could look a lot better just based on art style. So it's just something that we have to wait and see. But overall, what are you excited about when it comes to the Pokemon Company? Are you looking forward to the new Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch the most? What do you want to see them add to the formula as far as online play? Do you want to see new Pokemon? All that. Let me know in the comment section. I'll add one quick thing in there. I really want to see them take advantage of online play more. The Pokemon Company has been one of the best, might even be the best when it comes to online play on Nintendo systems. Pretty much since the DS, they implemented voice chat even on the DS. They've had rankings, they've had multiple battles on such primitive systems all the way dating back to the DS, and even just multiplayer in general from where they started with the Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance. They were making innovations with the link cables and infrared and trading long before Nintendo even started to get serious about online play, which really they only started to at this point for the most part. So the Pokemon Company really knows how to take advantage of hardware when it comes to online play and all that. So that's what I'm most excited about this next Pokemon game that could be potentially coming to Nintendo Switch, and we can see profits jump up a lot more, and that's awesome. But why they're making all this money is the content that they have and the content that people enjoy. So it's going to be really interesting if they do reveal it at E3, or maybe it comes at a Pokemon Direct afterwards. Either way, I think it's coming 2017. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. There you'll have links over to our Facebook and Twitter page. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow. All of our social networks. It really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the internet, in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon page, which we'll be giving away a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Guardian amiibo. Time is running out on that one. We got this week pretty much today only. And we also have our prize tournament for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe going down at 6 p.m. PT, 9 p.m. ET tonight. $10 eShop gift card on the line. So if you want to get in on that, check out the Patreon page and pledge any tier, and you can enter in right there. The code will be on there, in addition to Discord, voice chat, and a bunch of other perks that we do have. So check it out when you get a chance. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you ninja for the next video. Peace.